Well, the holidays are almost over, but holiday travel chaos persists for thousands of travelers, many of whom have now returned home from vacation and are still trying to retrieve their luggage that was left behind for the duration of their trip. Air passenger protection advocates tell us the government is not doing enough to protect the rights of travelers.
We're happy.
So the happiest people alive.
Relief as some Sunwing passengers are finally reunited with their baggage. Last week, thousands unknowingly went on vacation without their belongings after a conveyor belt at Pearson's Terminal 3 broke down.
Horrible, man. Nightmare. We have a 6-month-old baby, as you can see, and a wife, and no luggage. We were without clothes, without diaper, without food, without everything.
We bought some basic toiletries, things like that, but we basically went on holidays with just the clothes on our back.
He had one underwear. Apparently underwear is hard to find in Cuba.
Some were traveling without basic necessities, others without critical medication.
My dad is a stage 4 cancer, and his chemotherapy medication was in the luggage. And we didn't have it during our stay.
On Monday, there were long lineups outside a facility near the airport where passengers were told to retrieve their luggage upon their return. But even that has been difficult.
Sunwing had 8 days to manage this situation, but they didn't, or they didn't want to do it, or they didn't want to manage it. Look at the chaos. I've been here since 7 a.m. and what time is it now? 1:17. And I'm still missing 2 luggage.
We've been here 2.5 hours. Lack of communication. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know what our rights are, like if they're going to reimburse us.
When airlines fail to deliver baggage, Canadian passengers do have rights. They are legally entitled to up to $2,300 in compensation for expenses incurred as a result of the missing or lost luggage.
That may mean buying some clothes that are needed. It may mean renting golf clubs or renting skis or snowboards, whatever the purpose of the passenger's travel is.
Sunwing had initially offered just $600 to affected passengers, but have since revised the amount to $2,000.
Sunwing has been deliberately and knowingly misleading the public with respect to their rights. An airline's corporate policy cannot override the law. Airlines have to obey the law.
But the president of advocacy group Air Passenger Rights tells us as it stands, it is more profitable for airlines to violate passengers' rights than to obey the law, as they're not facing severe enough penalties frequently enough.
During the pandemic, airlines stole passengers' money, billions of dollars in passenger money, and nobody was sent to jail.
According to the group's latest count, the Canadian Transportation Agency has a soaring backlog of 30,000 passenger complaints. And we reached out to both the Federal Minister of Transport's office as well as Sunwing. Neither responded to us before airtime. Now, that advocacy group, Air Passenger Rights, did file a report with the government last month that concluded the air passenger protection regime is unnecessarily complex and creates barriers to access to justice for passengers.